Hello, my name's David. I'm the literacy educator at the Eric Carle Museum of Picture Book Art. Thank you so much for joining Storytime with the Carle, our weekly read-aloud series. Before we begin today's book, I'm wondering how you are feeling right now. Are you feeling happy? If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! Or maybe you're feeling cranky. That's okay too. If you're cranky and you know it, say harumph, harumph. If you're cranky and you know it, say harumph, harumph. If you're cranky and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're cranky and you know it, say harumph, harumph. Or maybe you're feeling in a silly mood. That's okay too. If you're silly and you know it, make a silly face. If you're silly and you know it, make a silly face. If you're silly and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're silly and you know it, make a silly face. Or maybe you're feeling kind of sad right now, and that's okay too. If you're sad and you know it, give yourself a hug. If you're sad and you know it, give yourself a hug. If you're sad and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're sad and you know it, give yourself a hug. That sometimes makes me feel better if I'm feeling sad. The book that we're going to read today is called The Rabbit Listened by Cori Doerrfeld. And one of the things I love about this book is it's about what we can do if we're feeling sad or upset or when things go wrong. Big thanks to Penguin Random House for giving us permission to share this book today. On our cover, we see a child and a rabbit hugging each other. The Rabbit Listened by Cori Doerrfeld. On our end papers, we see a flock of white birds flying across a blue sky. On our title page, we see the child that we saw on the cover of the book. What are they doing? Yeah, they're pushing a big cardboard box. I wonder what's inside that box. The Rabbit Listened by Cori Doerrfeld. What was in the box? Blocks. One day, Taylor decided to build something. Something new. Something special. I wonder what Taylor is going to build. Whoa, something amazing. What did Taylor make? Something really big and tall. Maybe a castle? Taylor was so proud. But then, out of nowhere, what happened? A flock of birds came swooping in. And what happened to the blocks? What happened? Oh no! Things came crashing down. How is Taylor feeling? Yeah, pretty upset. It looks like they're frowning. Who's coming along? The chicken was the first to notice. Cluck, cluck. What a shame. I'm so sorry this happened. Let's talk about it. Cluck, cluck. But Taylor didn't feel like talking. So the chicken left. Who's next? Next came the bear. Rawr, rawr, how horrible! I bet you feel so angry. Let's shout about it. Rawr, rawr. If you feel like shouting like a bear, go ahead. Can you shout like a bear? Rawr, rawr. But Taylor didn't feel like shouting. And so the bear left. Next, who comes along? The elephant knew just what to do. Chum-pa-da! I can fix this. We just need to remember exactly the way things were. But Taylor didn't feel like remembering. And so the elephant also left. One by one they came. The hyena, hee hee hee, let's laugh about it. The ostrich, gulp, let's hide and pretend nothing happened. How is the ostrich hiding? Yeah, they're trying to stick their head under the blocks. That's silly. The kangaroo, tisk tisk, what a mess. Let's throw it all away. Where are they putting the blocks? Yeah, inside of the kangaroo's pouch. And the snake, shh, let's go knock down someone else's. But Taylor didn't feel like doing anything with anybody. So eventually, they all left until Taylor was alone. Now how is Taylor feeling? Still pretty upset. who do we see? In the quiet, Taylor didn't even notice the rabbit. But it moved closer and closer until Taylor could feel its warm body. Together, they sat in silence until Taylor said, "Please, stay with me." The rabbit listened. The rabbit's giving Taylor a hug. The rabbit listened as Taylor talked. The rabbit listened as Taylor shouted. The rabbit listened as Taylor remembered. What do you think Taylor is remembering? Maybe how tall that old building was. The rabbit listened as Taylor laughed. The rabbit listened to Taylor's plans to hide. Where's Taylor hiding? Yeah, inside the box. To throw everything away. To ruin things for someone else. Through it all, the rabbit never left. And when the time was right, the rabbit listened to Taylor's plan to build again. "I can't wait," Taylor said. Now, how do you think Taylor is feeling? A little better. A little happier. You can see Taylor is smiling. What do you think Taylor is going to build? It's going to be amazing. What do you think it's going to be? If we look closely, we see that there are still blocks on the ground, and then there are all these white block shapes going up and up and up, really big. What do you think those white shapes are? Maybe it's what Taylor is imagining the new building is going to look like. Even bigger and taller than before. And on our end papers, we see those white birds flying across the blue sky, just like we did at the beginning. That book makes me feel pretty good. One of the things I love about this book is how it shows us so many ways that we can help our friends when they're feeling sad or upset. Right? The animals in the story all have different ideas and suggestions for how to help Taylor, right? Some of them suggest talking and shouting about it. Others suggest remembering and laughing about it. Others suggest throwing it all away and knocking it down, right? And finally, in the end, it's Rabbit who stays and listens that really helps Taylor get through a tough time. Right? I wonder, what do you do when your friend is feeling sad or upset? How do you help them? We'd love to hear your ideas, so feel free to share by tagging @Carle Museum on social media. And this Friday is a World Kindness Day, and we hope you'll join us on Friday for a very special We Heart Books and Art program with author Nicola Davies. Nicola will be talking about and reading from her new picture book, Every Child a Song. And it's a really, really beautiful book, celebrating the rights of children all over the world and encouraging readers of all ages to treat each other with compassion and kindness. So we hope you'll join us for that program Friday. Stay tuned on social media for more details. On behalf of everyone at the Carle, thank you so much for joining us today and for sharing your stories. Until next time, be well, be safe, be kind. Bye.